Okay, so we're going to start with having our own printed image first. So make sure that you have an image of yourself. So in this case, I've printed an image of myself. Like I've said in class, like why we would want to draw a self-portrait rather than drawing someone else is because you definitely know yourself better than anyone else do, your facial features, stuff like that. So let's start off with drawing with cubifying our face. So we're going to create this realistic face into a cubist face. So what we're going to do is that we're going to draw lines and geometrical shapes and fragments onto the face. So usually I said like it's better to start off with your nose, because when you start off with your nose, everything else will flow naturally. So your nose is naturally a triangle, so just make sure you draw like a triangle around the nose. Can use a black pen or a pencil in this case. I mean, I would prefer a black pen because it definitely looks more precise and defined. Okay, so once you have drawn that, then you can start adding in the lines. For me, I like to draw point to point. Like, you know, there are several points at the different edges, so you just connect the points. Like connecting a dot, and then even your nostrils. Something like that, for example. Okay, so the different nostrils kind of add depth to the nose as well. Then that's when your eyes, so always just follow the facial features, the outline of the facial features you have, and then draw in straight lines. So always use a ruler. Okay, so for example, now I'm doing the eyebrows, something like that. Okay, and then you can write eyebrows, and then after you can draw the eyes now. Okay, so follow again the outlines of your eyelids, of your eyelashes. I mean, you don't have to draw the eyelashes. Okay, just make sure the eyes are in geometrical shapes as well. Okay, something like that. And then you will notice that even your pupil is circular in shape, so you just follow and draw the curve around. So the only circle that you should be having is your pupils, the black thing in your eye. Alright, so okay, and then you can continue with your lips as well. Usually I like to finish cubifying my facial features first, and then the face shape. Okay, follow the outline of your lips. Oops. Okay, so if your teeth is showing, then make sure you draw your teeth as well. So in this case, the teeth will look like some hexagonal shapes. For me, the teeth I would prefer freehand, but still make sure it's straight. Okay, something like that. Once I've done so, then you can do the entire face now. Okay, so your face is usually round, so now you're going to create angular face instead. So make sure that you follow the shape of your face and draw straight lines around your face. Okay, doesn't matter if it goes a little out of line as long as it's straight. Okay, so now your face shape will totally look straight. Cut down. And then this is when you can draw, if you're wearing headgear, for example, in my case I'm drawing a beanie. Okay, then I'll create a angular shape around my beanie as well, because my beanie is round, right? So yeah, so if you have a cap on, then yeah. Okay, so for example, something like that. Then you can draw the different shapes around your beanie. Okay, I can go back into that later. For your hair, I'm not expecting you to draw all different strands of hair, so make sure that your hair is in like a block will do. So you just follow the shape of your hair, just outline will do. Okay. Okay, and then in your face itself, this is where it's a little more tricky. Okay, we don't want straight lines like that, like horizontal lines and vertical lines. It'll look like a Spider-Man mask, or you just look like a tic-tac-toe they are playing in the face. So we want diagonal lines as much as possible. So you could do something like that. I like my face to be a little 3D, so I'm going to create like a Cubist mask. Try not to go over the facial features that you've drawn. Just the outside will do. Okay, something like that. Okay. Something like that, perhaps. Again, like point to point kind of thing. Okay, maybe like that, and then you can stop. So eventually you'll just continue on, and then you'll get a product like this. Okay, you get, for example, something like that. Okay, my end product will be something like that. And once you've done this, okay, we are going to do a carbon copy transfer. So a carbon copy transfer is like a life hack. It's kind of like cheating. You're going to copy and trace whatever you see here onto your sketchbook. Okay, the problem with this is that you can't trace it directly, because when you put it like that, you can't see the image at all, because the sketch paper is obviously too thick. So we want to do a carbon copy transfer. So what we do is that we flip the paper around, and then we start shading it. Use your darkest pencil, like a 4B will do, and then you start shading everything. Okay, make sure you cover the entire back of the paper with the darkest shade that you have. Just shade. Okay, so again, you flip to the back and you start shading the paper. Once you're done, then you place whatever you've drawn onto a fresh page of sketch paper, your sketchbook. You put it on top. Okay, once you've done this, you put it on top. Use a ruler again, use a pencil, and then start going over the lines again. Okay, so just go over the lines again. Okay, make sure that your paper is secured on your sketch paper. Try not to move around. If not, the lines will not be accurate. That's how you copy it. So you just need to trace all these lines that you see over here. Okay, once you've done, for example, then you'll get something like that. Okay, you have traced what's over here onto this. So what you have did was just a carbon copy. Okay, this acts like a carbon copy layer. So once you've done this, then you'll get something like that. Okay, this was my final product. And so I carbon copy, transfer this into this, and then I outline with black ink again, and then I get something like that. So this is my Cubist portrait. Okay, I'm not sure if it's clear, but what we're going to do now is that we're going to paint this Cubist self-portrait in monochromatic colors. So you have learned what monochromatic colors are. They're basically different shades of the same kind of color. So in this case, I'm going to use my favorite color, green. Okay, and I'm going to add some white to make green lighter, make lighter green. And you can add yellow as well to make a lighter shade of green. So I'm going to use these three colors, and if it's your choice, you can use like blue, you can use red, you can use different shades of red. And like I said, if you use blue, I allow you to use purple. If you use red, you can use orange and yellow as well, or red and pink. So it's entirely up to you, but just do like what you did for the color penciled rendered piece of the Whipping Woman. Okay, just like you're going to do your own portrait now. Okay, I'm not going to do everything, because obviously I have not enough time, and this is just a short, brief tutorial. So if you like more examples to refer to, I've sent you an email. Please take a look at the examples that I've shown you, done by Abraham. Okay, so first of all, you need water and paint. So in my case, I don't have water right now, but please stand by water. Wet your brush first, and then you can take some paint. So I'll start off with green first. Okay, you use two kinds of brushes. In this case, I'll use a flat brush, the smallest flat brush, because I have smaller sections in my face. So using a flat brush will work better. If not, you can use a rounded brush if you want to, but don't use such a big brush like this. This is way too big. So it's no. Okay, so use a smaller one. So in this case, I'm using a flat one, and then you can color it first. Okay, try not to have your paint too diluted. Always paint the edges first. Start off. Okay, make sure, remember what I told you, that your paint must always be wet. Okay, when your paint is wet, then you can blend. it not be very hard to blend. You can take some white, like a little white really goes a long way, so don't take too much white. Then as you take some white, you blend in together with the first layer of green that you have put in your colours. Follow the edges, make sure it's neat. You can add even more white later on. You can always add a darker green as you wish to touch up. As long as it's not dry yet, you can touch it up. Once you think you've blended enough, then you can move on to the next green. You can add some yellow as you wish. Okay, you can add some shade here and there. So you have feel the base, that's actually, so as you can just put enough, which should help. Go over blurring your light here, you can hack it out here with the outline. Shade 6. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I've intended to do my entire face, and that's why I'm spending such a long time. It's been almost, I don't know, probably about 45 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, but at least it's almost done. Yeah, so I'm insane and I decided to do my entire face, okay? So, of course you can just choose to do half a face, which is fine, but if you like to do a full portrait, because I think having a full portrait that's painted, it will look a lot nicer, and that's why I'm killing myself right now. So if you like to, you may also do a full portrait if you have time. If not, half a portrait is acceptable, only half, okay? Anything that's less than half, which means half of your face, if it's not done, I can't give you the marks that you deserve, okay? So make sure it's at least half. Okay, now that I'm almost done. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Okay. That's why I say the less shapes the better, like, then you don't have to kill yourself over all these shapes. Okay, so what you need to do at the end, when you do it, is just to trace it out with a black marker, and then it'll look defined, and there you have it, your Cubist portrait. Okay.